Bas from Hemp.org. I started the company Hemp.org because I want to show how multifunctional this plant can be. The hemp plant, mostly known for its psychoactive properties, can also be used for creating ropes, canvases, plastics, textiles, CBD oil. CBD oil is used as a food supplement for a lot of people with a lot of different problems. You've probably heard about it yourselves because it's in the news everywhere nowadays. In England it's even become a pharma product, only in crystal form. Now I'm working on the plastic nowadays a lot because it's also a great initiative for replacing regular plastic, but we all know can be dangerous to our planet. Because this plastic, hemp plastic, doesn't leave any trails. It just biodegrades in 15 months and it leaves no trace at all. So it doesn't go into the trees, doesn't go into our plants or our animals or ourselves. The textiles are also very handy because the cotton that we nowadays use for most of our clothing are pulling a lot of minerals and vitamins out of the earth. And hemp does this way in lesser substances. You know, it's just
it's a lot less. It takes a lot less out of the earth.
Yeah,
it puts more nutrients in and takes less out.
Yeah, more nutrient. That's the word I was looking for. Right. We also do the edibles because the seeds of the cannabis plant contain 30% of protein. Veggie protein, so
it's quite nutritious.
Yeah, plant-based proteins are in 30% is a lot for a seed. That's why it's known as a superfood nowadays. There's also oil in the seeds, hemp seed oil.
Yeah, of course.
Which we use for the CBD oil to mix it with. Buddha used to only eat rice, and every day he used to eat a spoon of hemp seed oil.
Hemp seed oil, yeah.
Because it's that nutritious, you know.
Yeah.
But
cool.
We try to bring all these companies.
And so basically you have an internet company that brings all these companies together so that people have like one portal to go to for all different kinds of hemp products that are created around the world actually.
Yeah.
And they can order through you online and then you pass the order on to the original manufacturer, is that it?
Yeah. We try to...
And how's business?
Yeah, business is going quite good for the first year. Mostly selling to shops and mostly the CBD oil. So we started with this, but now we want to also do a lot of work with the plastic and the textiles. And I think that's going to be a step up because people know the cannabis plant only for getting high, getting stoned, and most people, some people even as an illegal, scary plant, you know. The industrial plant can do a lot of things, and it has done a lot of things in the past.
Yeah, of course. You know, I remember the Hemp for Victory, where basically in the Second World War they made everybody plant a lot of as much hemp as possible, so they could provide ropes and canvases and everything for the troops. You know,
it was actually illegal to not grow hemp in that time. They used it for the VOC times, the golden age of the Netherlands.
As well.
For ropes, they used it for sails. The golden age wouldn't be the same without hemp.
It wouldn't have happened without hemp. It's as simple as that.
It's crazy people forget.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the introduction and best of luck.
All right, thank you.
I love this kind of stuff, you know. This is like, if you're talking micro company, it doesn't get any smaller than this, does it? Okay. Hi. So these are basically recycled?
Yeah.
Explain?
It's recycled
Cannabis plastics. So the plastic bags that you sell the cannabis in?
Yeah, exactly. It used to be bags you sell cannabis in, people bring it back and we recycle it into this.
And you recycle it into grinders?
Yeah.
Oh, that's handy, that's cool.
We have only recycled papers we use for the rolling papers as well. It's all bleached, 100% natural.
So the filters and everything you sell is all everything recycled.
Even the filter tips and the packets we sell it in as well.
Okay, cool, great. Could I have one for promotion?
You can, of course.
Thank you. Have a good day.
We do stand there for justice for Johan. He is in prison in Thailand, and
what's it about?
He used to be a coffee shop holder in Holland.
Yeah.
He went to Thailand and he is in prison there because of that, because of our stupid policy on cannabis.
Hang on. So he's in prison over there
In Thailand.
because of
Because he used to be a coffee shop holder. He was
and so what the Thai government says his money is illegal or something or what?
yeah. So now he should be judged by in Holland here in the Netherlands.
Because he wasn't growing in Thailand or anything, he wasn't doing any business there or anything.
No, nothing. It's just a policy.
And this is a support campaign you're doing?
Yeah, it is a support campaign. We do this for years.
And where can people sign?
Like over 50,000 people already signed.
Yeah.
We sent a letter to the king. We did everything actually.
Okay.
Give him some attention.
So that's the site where you can go to sign the petition.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just a fraternity.
Hi, so we're back at the Rocknrollsailor Journal with the cannabis report, and at the moment I'm inside the Cannabis College in Amsterdam, having a chat with
Hi, my name's Tan.
Tan. Hi, man. And you are a free information center on multiple uses of cannabis.
Exactly. What we try to do here is teach people about all aspects of the cannabis plant. Obviously, if you come here, we can help you learn about coffee shops in Amsterdam, where to get some nice weed, or even what the difference is between various strains. When you go and you see all these funny names like White Widow, Power Plant, Wine Snow, Deadhead OG, what's all the differences? We can help about that, but we try to educate people about all aspects of cannabis. So weed, ganja grass is what we consume to sort of get high, or what some people can consume for medicinal purposes. But when we talk about hemp, we talk about a cannabis plant that has less than 0.3% THC, and that's where things that we can make t-shirts from, we can make jackets, we can also make lots of products like pastas and nutrition, and even the seed of the cannabis plant, when you crush it, it's a great source of omega oils. You get omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. These omega oils are good for your heart, they're good for your blood. So it's really not just about getting high, but all aspects of the cannabis plant.
Yeah, so also the nutritional and medicinal and the multiple use of the fiber and stuff.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like when we grow for weed, what we're mainly growing it for is the flowers, because the flowers contain the resin. But when they grow hemp, it's mainly stock. And the hemp plant can grow up to 3 meters tall. It's like a centimeter in diameter. And as you said there, the fibers, that's mainly what they've been using it for. For thousands of years, in fact, we've been using cannabis for its fiber potential. They found fishing nets and also pottery decorated in places in Taiwan and also in Japan, going as far back as like 7,000 years ago. So it's been used by man for quite a long time. And as I mentioned before, the plant, the hemp plant, although it's still cannabis, it's slightly different from weed. Weed is mainly about big buds, big flowers, whereas hemp is about the big stalks. And what's interesting about the hemp plant is that the roots of the plant are very deep tapping, and it can actually help to clean the soil. So they can plant the cannabis or hemp specifically, and it's called phytoremediation or bioremediation, where they actually extract heavy metals and even waste products, things like radiation, from the ground, and it can be absorbed into the plant. So it really is quite a versatile plant, and it's mainly used for sustainability.
Yeah, I believe that's actually put in practice in the area around Schiphol as well, to combat part of the aviation pollution.
Possibly, I never checked into that.
Yeah. Another thing that I, as an artist, am quite interested in is the use of hemp as raw material for bioplastics.
Yeah.
Do you know any people in the area that are working with that process?
Yeah, if you go to Haarlem, in Haarlem they have the hemp dispensary, and they even have a 3D printing machine there.
Oh, cool.
on
I'll check
display
that
in
out
the window. So if you go to Harlem, the Hemp dispensary, it's connected to the Willy Wharton coffee shop. They can show you a bit more about that.
Okay, cool. That's great. Fine. How long has this been
This
here?
has been open since 1998.
Since 1998. Okay. So you're
20 years.
leaning on to the 20s. Great. Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you for coming.
Amongst other things, you find here a publication on the killer weed, being sort of a contradictory title because it's not a killer at all. It's basically an in-depth explanation of how we got from worldwide economies that were thriving on the use of hemp for fabric and raw material. Was actually put in a corner by DuPont, which was coming up with plastics, and by woodland owners. And it basically was installed right after the American Prohibition, which had seen an exponential growth of the police staff that now had no real enemy to go after. And in the midst of the 30s, which, let's not forget, Hitler was in Germany, but he had a lot of quite racist and supremacist support in the States, in England, in France, all over the place. And what it says here, which is something I didn't know about, is that Hitler's Third Reich was actually in the 30s the main producer of cocaine and heroin, and that they actually also supported the ban of cannabis use, which was apparently, according to this article, led by South Africa and Egypt for domestic reasons, and that they basically, the Nazi regime agreed on the ban on cannabis as long as there would be no prohibition of their produced cocaine and heroin, which in those days was a completely legal drug as well. Here we have some seedlings growing in a suspended glass bowl under a
in order to get drunk, you need to drink.
UV LEDs. Quite a charming way of growing plants. I can see a number of herbs being grown like that. And that wraps up our little tour of the hemp gallery. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more.